personal development helped me get through one of the toughest years in my professional career. I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas. I hope that you had time to enjoy with your family, make memories during the holiday season. We have 4 kids, so it was such a joy to just see Christmas through their eyes. But as we go into the new year, I want to take a second to reflect on 2023. 2023 was by no means a cakewalk. I think you go back to 2020, everybody faced one of the most unprecedented events in history. But as we rebuilt financially as a family in 2021 and 2022, to have 2023 come and blindside us as far as how it was going to impact us financially, professionally, personally, I could not put more stress on how important it was to work on personal development. For me and for many people in the industry, 2023 was crazy. It was crazy. I don't think I've had a slower time in the industry than this past year. And obviously it was because the writers and the actor strike impacted our work greatly. The greatest gift that 2023 gave me was personal growth. For 6 months of this strike, many of us were forced to do nothing. Now, some people had work, but most of us in the post-production sound industry were impacted one way or another. We had no ability to change the circumstances. So the best thing that I did was to work on personal development. I'm a huge fan of motivational speakers and content, and one of the greats is the late great Jim Rohn. If you do not know Jim Rohn, you need to start checking out some of his content and some of the things that he left for all of us to enjoy and to just use in our personal life. One of the quotes, and I'm gonna read my notes here. One of the quotes that have really been the thing that has taken me to the next level personally and in my career is this quote. It says, "Work harder on yourself than your job." And I have used that quote sort of as a mantra, and it's really what has gotten me through this year, because I have never put more work into improving myself than this year. Because I chose to work harder on myself than my job, I experienced the best physical health that I've ever had in my life. I reached 165 pounds. I was once 205 pounds a couple years ago. I don't think I've been 165 pounds since maybe high school, but in the best, most fit health that I could be this year, I've experienced not only relief in my lower back pain, because I suffer from degenerative disc disease, but I've felt the best I've ever felt. My marriage was thriving. My personal relationships were thriving. Time with my children was thriving. I had time. I worked on myself in these areas, my spiritual life, my emotional life, everything. I felt like I was running on all cylinders, all because I worked harder on myself than my job. I really had a really fulfilling 6 months as I sat there wondering, just like many of you in the industry, I decided to really take heart these words of Jim Rohn, to work harder on myself than my job. Let's take a second, and what if we took this concept and took this into 2024? What would working harder on ourselves and our jobs do to impact our relationships, for our journey in post-production sound industry? What would it look like, and how would it impact our bank account? I mean, come on, like making money is a thing, right? It's okay for us to make money. Money helps us eat better. Money helps us do really great things. It helps support our families. It could change a lot. So if you will allow me, I want to share a couple things that I have learned from not only this quote, but from Jim Rohn's teaching this years that really have impacted my life, and I want to pass it on to you. The first thing is we must learn from personal experience. Take a look at the past few months. Did you make any mistakes? Can we correct those mistakes for the future? What about the previous year? What did 2023 teach us? Did we do 2023 right, or did we do it wrong? Well, let's learn from our personal experiences. If we keep doing it the way we've been doing it, then the next 6 years are going to look just like the past 6 years. So learn from your personal experience. Number 2, we can learn from other people's experiences. That's people like me, other people in the industry. If you follow people on LinkedIn, learn from what they're posting. They have things that you can learn from. Also, our friends can teach us. Their experiences can teach us. Our colleagues, the mistakes that they made, how they corrected them. This could be how they changed their health, how they changed their relationships, how they changed their bank account, how they changed their future. Other people can teach us. We just have to start paying attention to them. With other people come two types of people. There are failures and there are winners. Of course, failures have the power to teach us how to not do things, right? Failures can teach us how to throw our life away, how to not do well in our relationships, how to not do well in health, how to lose all our money. We want to pay attention to the things that other people fail at because they can teach us. But of course, we also want to learn from the winners. We want to do the things that winners do. Winners have the health that we want. Winners have the relationships we want. Winners have the income that we want. Pay attention. How are these people winning in life? Learn to observe them. Watch what these people do in their life. We can learn from them, but you have to be a good listener. You have to use your ears, listen to what they say. Other people have the potential to teach us many things. Just learn to listen and start paying attention. As we head into 2024, I want to encourage you to read all the books. Reading is a very, very, very good thing. It's something that I'm trying to get better at. I have the last several years become a reader. I have read more books the last couple of years than I have my whole entire life. And I want to encourage you as you go into 2024 to read books. A couple of the books that I suggest, because they were suggested to me, are Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. If you haven't read that, do yourself a favor and grab it. And The Richest Man in Babylon, which is a fantastic, easy book to read. And the one that I'm reading right now that I'm currently so stoked about is Atomic Habits by James Clear. Get books. Books will change your life. So I suggest as you go into 2024, become a book reader. This will go very, very well into your personal development. And lastly, keep a journal. Keep a journal. I cannot stress this more. I have a business journal. I have a personal journal. Just write stuff down. Like if you're not used to it, I get it. I was never a journaler as well. My wife was a huge journaler. But as I started to develop my business skills, my personal development skills, I learned the importance of journaling. And it's so, like, my memory is not good. I'm 44, but I'm starting to forget things. I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta write it down. And I've shared this before on social media and here. Journals are powerful because journals allow us space to dream. It also allows us space to emote and write down what we're feeling, what we're going through, some of the things that we learned in 2023 and some of the things that we want to do in 2024. Let's write it down in these journals. So if you don't have a journal, grab a journal. It's going to be instrumental to your personal development growth, and it just serves as a great place to look back on some of the small wins and the big wins that we had throughout the year. So remember, work harder on yourself this year than your job. It has the potential to change everything for you. Working on personal development this year for me was a game changer. And I know it has the potential to change everything for you as you head into the new year. What small things are you going to do to start working on yourself? leave it in the comments below. Let me know. This can also provide a space for us to encourage each other, because I know going through the industry alone can be scary, and this space exists to not do life alone. And that's it for this year of Mastering Post-Production Sound. That's the last episode for the year. I want to thank you for your support. Thank you for being here. If you're interested at all in looking at your year in review and casting vision for 2024, meet me in this video over here, and I can take you through how to do a year in review. Thanks again for your support, and I wish you a wonderful, happy new year. I will see you next year.